even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
That's right. The Lord said we should discontinue from our heritage. Just like the word we bringing out earlier. When you at the store and you go back and look for that certain product you want, it's discontinued. You know? We discontinue from our heritage. We don't know that we're the Israelites according to the Bible. We know that God only chose our people and nobody else. You know, because we've been told Christianity, God loves us all. Right? But how can God love the people that came to rob, rape, took over a whole continent? And then try to send it up on some Christian stuff, you know? God don't love it. Continue on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
You see that? The Lord said, I will cause you to serve your enemies in a land that you do not. You know? So, who would you say our enemies are today? Maybe our sister. It's okay. Because guess what? They know that we're their enemies. They consider us. That's right. Because why else would you work so hard against me? Why would you try to manipulate me and try to take down my family structure? Why would you take my inheritance from me? Why would you set up, that's right, school to prison pipeline against our people? Why would you put drugs in our neighborhood so we can kill one another? I mean, you can't name a brother from the hood that's a good chemist. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We ain't up here trying to whip up some new drug, you know? And that white man, he brought that to our neighborhood and taught our brothers how to cook it. In fact, it was, I believe, what's the brother named Rick Ross? He was the rapper. He was actually the drug dealer. And he was saying how the CIA was teaching him how to do certain drugs, how to make certain drugs. That's how he became a millionaire. Well, he was a millionaire at the time. They call him Freeway Rick Ross. You know? Just continue, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
The Lord said, because we have kindled a fire in his anger. You know? Because we disobeyed his commandments. Therefore, the Lord allowed our enemies to sell us off. You know? He put us in the hands of our enemies because we didn't want to listen to him. We didn't want to obey and observe his commandments. Come on, get this straight the little one. We teaching our people. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, sister. Okay. Bring the little ones over here. Because we want to teach the people that Christ is like you, brother. That's right. Christ looked just like you. Jesus Christ, you ever heard of him? He looked just like you. He looked like your mom. We're going to show him, come over here, brother. Because, sister, hey, so this is what people missing. They ain't never taught the truth of the Bible. We've been taught God looked like some hippie old white boy. You know what I'm saying? With a damn, what it was, one of them shirts that they had back in the 70s. One of them, tie shirts, you know? Jesus Christ looked like that. He said, like bull.
Hey, learn what he look like right quick. 2 seconds.
Hey, wait. The mama gotta go. But sister, bring him back, sister. We're trying to teach him who we are. We're gonna take care of him. We're gonna do them to learn some truth. Because they don't know this thing. Our people that's why we kill one another here. They said in this city it was 86 murders just in one month. 86. got away from helping one another. Yeah, we had a little issue. You know, every nation ain't so perfect, but we had an issue there between each other. Overall, we love one another. You know, so
And we didn't used to do what white
Right.
that's right.
We didn't used to get rid of babies.
That's right.
We didn't used to kill them.
That's right.
Now, everything we do now is with the white man.
You know what you call that though? That props. Like what I just read.
It's real.
And it had to happen because it was real that it was right.
We want to live over there with them. They don't want us. They
Too
burn
many of
crosses and
Yeah, and when too many of them get over there,
they move out. They move out.
Then the neighborhood back.
Yeah. Then we'll say, that's what they call it.
That's right. That's
Leave them
right.
niggas over there.
That's right.
But, you know, as soon as we move up in there, some of us move up in there, we see what's going on right here. Then it's a complete blank.
Right.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So do what, bro?
Shall get up above thee very high.
That stranger's talking about the so-called white man. And the other nations as well, other races as well.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And we should come down very low. That's why, you know what, no matter how much we do, how much good we do, we always still basic. We still always the bottom in this society.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Say that one more time, brother.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Listen, sister, when we go into the banks, trying to get a house, right? Trying to live in that nice neighborhood, guess who giving us the loan? Ain't lend to us. We don't lend to them. And they can deny us, or they can approve us. You know? They can charge the highest interest that they want. You know? You know? The Lord said they shall lend to you, because this will happen to us. Ain't no black people owning no banks. There's a mortgage company that's lending to white people. Or anybody, that be that case. You can't even lend to your own people. You know?
Precept, trying to what you said about us trying to be like, okay, this is Luke 13:51. Red numbers. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Christ said he didn't come to give peace on earth. Because in Christianity, we've been told that, hey, we're all going to come and saying, Kumbaya, God love everybody. And not so. Christ said, I didn't come to bring peace on earth, but rather division. And that's division with the other nations, and even our people. That's another story. But division, the Lord never meant for us to be inclusive with the so-called white man. That's why the spirit of us, and even the spirit of the so-called white man, is to be divided against each other. Because we was never meant to bring them together, you know? We was never meant to come together. That's why segregation, people talk about it. People say what they want to. And yes, they did some evil doings back because they had more political power. But at the same time, it really helped our people. Like you said, sister, we weren't trying to be like the Joneses. We were trying to do things we wanted to do. You know? And I mean, of course, our people, we wanted to go into their stores and be with them and all that. I want to shop where she shopped with Sarah Lou. She got a nice dress on. But ultimately, we want to be our own.
This second Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 57. And it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathens,
Me too.
these heathens,
These white folks.
which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
They begun
And
to what, brother?
be lords
to be lords
Over us.
They begun to become lords over us. They God.
and to devour us.
And to what?
And to devour us.
Devour us as a people. Hey, we got landlords, especially in New York. They was terrible. They were terrible everywhere. I done heard stories from my uncle that talked about how the landlord don't want to do a damn thing. I'm just using the landlords to death, but that's what the court said. They don't have to fix nothing. You paying rent all time after time. It still ain't fixed. See, we've been looking since you got there. You've been actually coming up here, like living in the bathroom. You got a crack in the floor. They don't care. Y'all ain't gonna do it. Even the court system, they become laws of us. They can judge us how they want. A brother can, sell a thing of a small thing of weed. I'm not saying no brother can sell it.
I said they sell a liquor bag.
Right.
You get locked up the rest of your life.
Like,
Yeah.
doing 18 brother was doing. You could have given a brother a job and said, hey, now if you mess up this is on you. That's on you. But no, but obviously if he's selling drugs, he's trying to do better for himself too. But no, the white man don't want to give you no options. He wanted to devour, he want to put you in that prison house, so he can make money off you. And the biggest things. Hey,
Look at all of this money embezzlement and all that different stuff. It's them. We got a few of them in there now because we tried to do like they did.
That's right.
And then we got caught.
And it's like that saying said it's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
You can't come and tell me that I'm a thief when you the biggest thief on the planet Earth. We still, it's black folks. We gonna steal a pebble.
Yeah.
We steal a pebble. And they gonna steal a damn continent. You know?
We go in there and steal $5,000.
Right.
We locked up for the rest of our life. They go in there and steal millions and millions and millions of dollars.
It's okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 2.
Yes,
How long will ye judge unjustly
Come on.
and accept the persons of the wicked? Say law.
The Lord said, how long will you judge unjustly? These people judge us unjustly. I mean, really. Oh, take us to jail for a little nothing. Don't mean nothing, you know. I had an incident on the job where a brother got a fight with the supervisor. You know, the supervisor started the fight.
Okay.
You know, and the brother, he kind of, he kind of aggravated the anger fight, but the supervisor did it. But the brother didn't go to jail. You know, they judge unjustly. Just like when Karen called, you know, you get a Karen. Brother, he mind his damn business, like in New York. The brother, he's bird watching. You heard about the incident?
Yeah.
Brother bird watching. All of a sudden, Karen, oh, he trying to get me. The police didn't say, look, let's go see something. Let's go check it out. Let's go investigate and see what happened. They locked the brother up. They judge unjustly. Emmett Till.
Well, you see
Judge
that woman.
unjustly.
You see that woman. She said she confessed that. That's not true. Back in the day. But now they don't want to put her away because she old. Don't have no mercy on us. It's some of them in there old dirt. But they don't want to do nothing to her now because she old. It's been all these years and she just not saying he didn't do it.
Right.
But they beat that boy.
He did. He was a child.
A child.
That's it. Like you said, their spirit is not upright in them. That's why they can do something like that.
It's terrible.
But see, that's the thing. Why do you think these things happen to us? We're gonna show you, sister.
Look at Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
And this is the reason why these things persistently, continually, perpetuate happen to us. It's a perpetual thing. We can't run away from this thing. But the Lord said this thing will happen because we are hardened.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we won't listen to the Father. We didn't hearken to what Moses was talking about. Our forefathers made the contract with the Most High, and then we turned our back on the Most High. You know, Most High, you brought us out of the hand of Egypt, out of bondage, but we don't care nothing about that. The Lord gave us laws. The Lord literally took us out of Egypt. I mean, in an hour.
We don't think about it until something happens.
That's the only time I can cry out to.
Lord help me.
That's,
But then when things okay, we ain't think about
we
it.
don't think about the Lord.
We don't even acknowledge it. I get up every morning. I just had a knee replacement. And I said, Lord, I thank you for the pain.
Hey, is that? We
It's
can
there.
still
Thank you for the pain.
A lot of people forgot about the Lord.
Yeah.
We forgot about the Lord. That's what happened to our ancestors. They forgot about the Lord. They didn't want to obey the Lord's commandments. They didn't want to observe the commandments. That's what we're going to continue with.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Yes, sir.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
We won't listen to the Lord.
to observe, to do all his commandments,
To do some of his commandments.
to do all his commandments,
To love everybody.
to do all his
We're
commandments.
supposed to do all the commandments of the Lord. Because all the commandments of the Lord, it benefit us as a nation of people. As a race of people, it benefited the Israelites to do the Lord's commandments.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
All
these curses.
Sister, let me ask you, what's a curse?
They told me curses from now, family, family-wise, generation curse. Like when I go to the doctor, first thing they say, what's all in your family? Breast cancer, this cancer. I said, well, it probably was there, but it ain't in him. I said, I break that right now. I do my children like that. We're not going to go through that family curse and all that generation curse and stuff like that. Because,
And see, the white man,
stop.
these Edomites, they're called Edom in the Bible. See, these so-called white people, right? These doctors, they keep us in these curses. You know why? But when you go to the doctor, they don't give you no type of nutritional help. They tell you to take this pill.
You got to take this pill.
Right.
You have that pill. Take that pill. You have that
Bring it
pill.
out.
My mama was taking 17 pills. I said, Mama, why? Well, the doctor said. She swallowed. I said, well, what you they know to do? She said, I just swallow and tell them to go where they're supposed to go. All that medication, so they just really get up in the pharmacy.
That's it. That's it.
And then all that, look at the side effects. You read all them side effects. It may cause this. It may cause breast cancer. Why would I take that?
Right.
Then when somebody find out how to treat whatever condition you got without finding nobody medicine, they kill
They kill
it.
it. They kill it.
They kill it. Until you know.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you fast and pray like our forefathers did and eat right. The Lord gave us a nutritional guideline to go by. But we didn't want to listen to that. And this is what the brother was breaking out in Deuteronomy 15. We didn't want to observe the dietary laws. Because in the dietary laws, hey, it teaches us not to eat pork. And we all know pork is hypertension. Don't eat the shrimp or the lobster. Those things are not good for our digestion. It's not good for our system. But we didn't obey the Lord's commandments. And that's what we got missed. Look it up.
Yeah, this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verses 49 and 50. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
Now check this out, sister. We was in Egypt. We was in Israel. We was in the west coast of Africa. The Lord said he shall bring a nation against us from far. Right? So when they took a nation couple of boats to put us on boats.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flyeth.
As swift as the eagle flyeth. You see how the Lord did that thing?
Yeah, swift.
Now, let me ask you, what nation of people use the eagle as their symbol? Use the bald eagle. Use the eagle as their symbol, as their mascot. What race? That's right. The white America, right?
Yeah, America.
That's right.
That's
right. And you see right here on the coin, it's on the coin, it's on a dollar, it's on their flags.
They wanted to take it all the trust off the dollar.
And see that line is gold. That's that guy. They don't care nothing about the Lord. They never care about the Lord. He's talking opposite. That's all about the Lord. So in ancient Rome, that eagle was the same eagle. The same eagle. When you look back at the history of these so-called white people, they're the Romans. They're the Romans according to the Bible, according to history. And they'll never teach us this.
They don't want us to go to
No, ma'am.
Just like back in the day, they didn't want you to read and write.
That's right.
They didn't want you to read and write because you know too much.
That's right.
And then if they found out you did, you know how you gone then.
And they definitely want to learn how to read the Bible.
No.
You can read the Bible.
No.
They even made a slave Bible directly for us. They like, you can't have the whole Bible. We're going to take some pages out and give you what we want you to have.
They're just like us. We eat what we want. We treat it just like a buffet meal. Just like the commandments. I do this, but I ain't gonna do that.
That's right.
I do this, but thou should not steal, but I'm gonna commit adultery.
Right.
Stuff like that. So it's just like a buffet table.
That's right.
That's all.
Continue, brother. That's right.
As swift as the eagle flyeth. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49 and 50. As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue we won't understand. So when they came onto the west coast of Africa, or when they brought us over here, we didn't understand their English. You know, we were speaking another language, which was Hebrew. That was our language. So the Lord said he was to send a nation against us whose tongue we won't understand. Continue, brother.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. You know what fierce countenance is? When they went to the 16 Baptist church, they bombed them churches with 4 little girls in it.
Yeah.
That devil didn't care who was in the church.
Yeah.
He wanted to destroy whoever. He seen them girls there, and he set it off anyway. That's a nation with fierce countenance. Don't have no regard of the old nor the young. Continue, brother.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Don't show no favor to our people. Don't show no matter what the age. One sister right here could be walking down the street, you know, trying to get to her parents. You know, who knows? Esau will take her and the so-called Romans. The Romans, they'll take her. Kidnap her.
My mama used to say just many shout grades as you was on.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I got a precept concerning slavery. It's Revelation 22.
This is concerning the slave Bible. I was telling you. They gave us what they wanted to. They gave the Bible. They took books out. They gave the books out.
For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
Plagues that are written to him. So the white man, he's going to receive those plagues because he added to the Lord's book. That's what I mean.
And if any, verse 19, and if any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life.
The Lord said, what?
God shall take away his part out of the book of life.
The Lord's going to take him out of the book of life. He was never really written in the book of life. The Lord going to extinguish his life. You know, so he will be no part of the planet Earth. This is talking about the so-called white man. Because this man, it wasn't the Chinese man that did this. It wasn't the Arabs. It wasn't the Muslims, excuse me, the East Indians. This is talking about the so-called white man.
And out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book.
So they took in the things from our people. They took our remembrance from God, and they took from the Bible. They took that out. You know? These devils, they got to pay. They have to pay. That's right. And the Lord said he's going to do that. You know what? Yes, let's repent. Okay? Because the thing is this. In the Christian church, they never teach us that the white man is going to pay for his sin. They tell you that you got to pray for your president. I ain't heard it before. You know, I remember one time I was in the church, they said, you got to pray for Bill Clinton. You got to, because he a black president. You remember they used to say that? Oh, he played a saxophone. Sounded like he played the jazz. He was like black president. Oh, he's a black president. The Lord's going to punish Bill Clinton and all those other devils that took us down. Let's take a look. Donald Trump, hey, Joe Biden.
They act like they scared of him. What's the problem? All this they got on him. Why can't you just...
Because they for the wickedness. They give us, you know what? It's 2 Americans. Martin Luther King said that.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King said it's 2 Americans. It's one to give you a facade like they love you.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you. We want to do the right thing. We're righteous. But the other side of America is they're evil and they're wicked. They full wickedness. And they will never put Donald Trump in jail. You know why? Because they are just as wicked as he is. And they condone his wickedness. You know, that's where he learned it from. His forefathers. Descendants there. Give me Revelations 13 and 9. Because we're about to show you, sister, that the Lord going to punish those people with a Gentile people. You know? The Lord going to take them back. And see how people have been too long without this truth. We love these people so much. You know, we don't know what to do. You know, say, oh man, they're going to survive. It's going to always be like this. No, it's not. This thing is not going to always be like this. One day we're going to be a rulership. God said the Lord. One day we're going to rule over our enemies. One day we're going to put them in the bottom. We're going to put the top. God said the Lord.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
If any man have an ear,
Say, if any man have an ear. So if you got to understand, you got to ear to hear.
let him hear.
Let him hear.
He that leadeth into captivity,
See that what, brother?
he that leadeth into captivity,
And those who led us into captivity, those that led us in slavery, those that led us into bondage,
shall go into captivity.
They should go into captivity. They should go into slavery. See, this is what they did to us, brothers and sisters. They led us to these conditions. They put us on auction blocks. They hung us, you know. They separated our children from our forefathers, from our mothers and fathers. You know, they're going to have to pay. Look at what they did. I mean, sisters hung our brothers, lynched us, put muzzles in our mouth like we were animals. They treat us worse than a dog.
Right.
And then we used to say that back in the day, they used to say, hey, the white man treated a black man worse than a dog. Worse than a damn dog. The dog gave more better treatment than we do.
I treat my bitch.
Now how in the hell we gonna call those people our friends? How the hell we gonna love those people and pray for those people that did that to our people? You know? We gotta go down for that, man. We gotta pay for that. You know? Figure it out, huh?
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword, those that killed our ancestors and our forefathers, they gotta get killed with the sword.
That's right.
We're gonna remember our forefathers, and we're gonna pray for vengeance of the Lord that He come down on these people.
That's right.
People, right?
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is the patience and the faith of the saints. We're the saints. So-called black people, we are patiently waiting for this thing to happen. The repentant Israelites, that's what we are. We are patiently waiting for this thing to happen, for this punishment to come back to our enemies, for what they did to our forefathers. They're going to have to. Bring it out, huh?
The book of James, chapter 2, and verse 13.
Yes, sir.
For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy.
They did what?
That
That
hath
showed no mercy.
So the Lord said He's gonna show no mercy to them that show no mercy. So the so-called white man couldn't deal with our people. When he did, the Lord ain't gonna show his ass no mercy. Excuse my language. He's not gonna show him no mercy. For he's not showing us any mercy, you know? You got some more on that, bro? So this the thing. Yes, bro?
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
He will do what, brother?
For the
Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Hey, this is Jacob right here. The 12 tribes of Israel. These are the tribes of Jacob. You know? And let me tell you something, sister. They never taught us, told you, sister, that the so-called Mexicans, they are brothers. The Native Americans, they are brothers. The Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Puerto Ricans, these are people of color. They call minority people, which we are the majority on the earth. So they call us minority. We are the Israelites. So the Lord said, He said He will have mercy on Jacob, which is all the Israelites.
And will yet choose Israel.
And yet choose us, despite our condition, despite us being hard-headed, disobedient, cursed people, stiff-necked people. The Lord said He's still going to yet choose us. He said He will yet choose us. Wait, we kill one another, sisters sleeping around, brothers, sisters pouring out, sisters on the strip pole. The Lord said He's going to yet choose us. He's going to have mercy upon us. Ain't that something else? Ain't that something, sister? And the Christian church will never teach that. They'll teach us God gonna love everybody. Right. We don't take that, we gotta take that money.
I can go there for my light bill. Then I can take it to a friend, say I go for the you know, be a member of the church. But that's all they teach.
It's always about His money. Not teaching you thus said the Lord. Not teaching the Lord gonna beg you for what happened to you as a people. So the Lord, you know, our people have been taught that the Lord gonna have mercy upon Bullcom. You know, oh man, He hated niggas. He gonna, no, you gotta pray for him. Pray for him. Oh man, the Lord said He gonna have mercy on our people. Bring it out,
And will yet choose Israel.
and yet choose us as a people.
And set them in their own land.
In our what, brother?
In our
own land.
In America.
In our own land.
In our own land. We're going back to our own land.
That's right.
You know, we're going back to our paradise. You know, not this concrete, sick, ghetto, whatever you want to call it, man. This garbage dump, America, the Lord is not going to put us back in this place. We're going to go back into our own land. Let's say the Lord.
Where I was working at, I got this T-shirt that says, I know I'm special because God don't make no junk.
That's it.
What do that mean? No junk.
That's right.
I said, He made me in His own image.
Right.
That's right.
I said, hey, they ain't no, you know, I'm not junk.
That's right.
I said, so I'm special.
That's
He
right.
let me know a long time ago that I was special.
That's right.
I was special in my mother said, but when I bleed red, you bleed red too. Your blood red, mine too. I said, but mine is the blood of Jesus.
That's
I don't know
right.
what
That's
yours
right.
is.
Come on.
You know,
Look at the blood of Satan.
that's it.
That's right.
We finna go. We finna go.
And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And we're going to take these strangers.
Yes, Lord.
When they're going to cleave, we're going to take them. They're going to cleave to our doctrine, to our father, to our law, to the way of our life. You know what I'm saying? How we serve the Lord. They're going to cleave to us.
And the people shall take them.
Well, you what, brother?
And the people shall take them.
Just like they took us,
Yeah.
we're going to take them.
That's right.
And bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
And we should take those captives whose captives we were. So we're going to take the so-called white man and all the other nations whose captives we were, we're going to take them as captives. So that's prosperous. That's prosperous. You know, the Lord, man, look, this is the Lord loves us more than we love ourselves. Look at it, man. Our people never thought about that thing. We'll never think about the Lord, judging the people that put us in slavery and to give them as slaves back to us. Man, we would be like, man, I love everybody. I don't want that to happen. But the Lord said He's going to make them slaves to us in every word. Continue, brother.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
They shall rule over their oppressors. Man, all of us in the Lord, making the Lord a hand. Praise Him.
Look at John chapter 7 and verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Right. The Lord said judge righteous judgment.
Right.
So no devil is talking about, hey, your color, this and that. Hey, we just brought out that you're from the seed of your forefather.
Right.
So whoever your father is, that's who you are.
Right.
So we need to tell you something that you're an Israelite.
That's right.
Despite what these devils tell us, you God's chosen people. The Lord love you. He don't love the other nation.
Well, I know.
That's right. That's right. Look.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel,
Now check this
what
out.
doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy
The
God,
Lord thy God.
to walk in all his ways,
Do all the things He tells us to do.
and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments. That's what we got to do. So the Lord requires us, now that we know that we're Israelites, we're coming back to who we truly are. The Lord got a requirement for us. Because our forefathers, they didn't do these things. You remember we read that our forefathers were hard-headed.
Yeah.
They didn't hearken or observe the Lord's word. So now we tell our people, the Lord telling us to keep the Lord's commandments. That's our requirement. So it's just to ask you a question. Who are we as Christians? All praise to God. That's right. Form Yahshua.
Form yourself. Form yourself.
Man, that's the blessing. That's the blessing. And teach it to your children. Teach it to your grandchildren.
I tried it. See, I got 5 children, 12 grands, 1 great grand. And that's all we do. Like, said, Mama used to drag us to church. I drag them in the Bible.
That's right. Break that
Drag them in.
That's right.
Let me get this scripture for you, sis. This is important. We can't skip over anything. You got to know what's required of you as an Israelite sister. We all have requirements that we have to meet. We just got to buckle down, gird up our loins, and do what the Most High tells us to do. Right? And we got to do it with gladness of heart, sister. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Now, this goes into the clothing. We have dress codes, dress requirements. We have all kinds of requirements that the Most High gave us. We have things we're supposed to eat, things we're not supposed to eat. We have ways we're supposed to treat each other, ways we're supposed to interact with each other that He don't require other people to do. We have a proper way that we're supposed to dress.
Yeah.
All of these things go with being an Israelite.
That's right.
So this is a great honor that we have to be an Israelite. Everybody can't say that they are.
That's right.
And everybody, a lot of people, they act like it ain't no thing, but people want to be who we are. They want to be us to the point that they'll go and pretend to be us and fight wars to keep it like that. So we're the Israelites. We who they can't be, no matter how much they try to be. We are those people. And the Most High is telling us to do what He wants us to do so He can save us out of this captivity that we in and put us in our own land. But we got to be obedient to what He says. And that's one of the things we got to do. Our sisters, we supposed to wear.
I admit, I got a little slack. I got slack and whatever, but that's the way I used to do. But you get on this white folks' job and they say, well,
Come like you want. Right, come like you want.
yeah,
But you can still congregate with us, right?
yeah.
And on them days, if you come congregate with us, hey, you can put that dress on, put your royal apparel on, and sit down with us and learn with the sisters. There you are. Sisters and daughters and sisters right there.
Listen. Look at Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Oh, you see that? So the elder was saying that, hey, we fall. Get back up and do what the Lord requires.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to fall. Hey, we try to be the perfection of God. We try to keep His commandments the best out there.
Yeah.
So, we got to do that thing. Sister's got to put on the dress. Look nice. And the thing is, it's a royal day. That's why these devils don't want us doing that thing.
That's it.
They want us with the old junkyard look, uniform, white man uniform.
Yeah.